rather do like Fallout.
Yeah, exactly.
Far more serious.
I'm on the
don't
very
like
last leg
seriousness.
of BioShock, so I'm
Nice.
BioShock Infinite, like 3/4 of the way through. I've played all the way through all of them. In the
so
DLC.
here's how it ends.
I already know I played it.
I actually haven't
This
played
is how the world ends.
Infinite yet. I keep wanting to. Is it as good as the original 2?
No, it's completely different. It's a completely different game. It's basically a prequel.
Ah,
Yeah.
So
but, like,
no
it's not really
underwater. It's all
connected.
up in the air.
up in the air,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, but it is fun. It's a fun.
Why wasn't
interesting story.
BioShock 2 in regular land if one was in the water and Infinite was on air? I feel like a
Because
natural progression.
I
would
think
be
he
Bio-
said we're live because it's 7:30.
Yep.
Oh, he'll live.
I
We got to
didn't-
talk about BioShock.
I didn't say that, but
Welcome to the
it's correct.
BioShock podcast.
We've been
Tonight we're going to
streaming.
talk about BioShock.
Sure is
We're gonna compare BioShock to Borderlands. First comparison, they both start with the letter B.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
They both have
And
an O
that's
in
where
there
it
as well.
stops.
It's undeniable.
No, they both have iconic
O faces.
covers of their games.
Coffee.
All right, guys, let's get rolling here.
No.
Okay,
no, I do what I want.
Sure gave
Let's
us the
get
thumbs
rolling.
up, so we're good. Welcome to the Lovecraft tapes. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore, and we play Call of Cthulhu. Cthulhu?
Sometimes.
And we
Cthulhu.
play Call of Cthulhu, a horror role-playing game based upon the fantastical fiction of H.P. Lovecraft. Your investigators of the unknown are... Yep, True says wait, Jeremy.
Uh-oh.
Wait,
She says wait.
What's wrong? Wait for it.
Or is she like...
She's not.
She's
She's not quite home yet.
She's digging my Snapchat screen, I think. We'll find out. Let's continue. Brian
What?
as Jack Whiteside in Dan Williams' body.
I like these. I like them.
Gabe as Roy Arroyo in Declan McDonough's body.
the only Cthulhu lore that I actually understand is Odorous Orungus' Cuttlefish of Cthulhu.
Ooh. And Matt as Roy Arroyo in Jack Whiteside's body.
Well, time to get the old virtual dungeon, the virtual dice out of the old virtual jail dice jail. Let me start over because I can't talk.
I like cheese.
Keep it.
What cheese?
I think I might have said Roy Arroyo too, so let me start your intro over again. Matt as Rocky Arroyo in Jack Whiteside's body.
Well, time to get the old virtual dice out of the old virtual dice jail, and hopefully they've learned their lesson.
With special guest Sicky Zach as Carl Kolchak Jr.
At least I'm still in my original body
And,
and
you
have not
your
died
voice.
yet.
Well, that's all about to change. So,
Oh.
welcome, players. How's everybody doing tonight?
Well, and you?
Spiffy.
Spiffy.
My
What-
dog's loud.
Is that a euphemism?
I expect
Dogs
my cat to
so
start
loud
going
tonight.
crazy in the hallway here in a minute. All right. Well, I'm drinking a nice Stone Berliner Weiss, low alcohol.
I'm drinking Shorts Soft Parade, if you know what I mean.
Oh my God! Isn't that like 10%?
It's a soft parade.
Yeah, it's
10% awesome.
full of sugar.
That's not very much, is it?
I'm on a no liquid diet.
I've
on
been
a no
dehydrated
diet
for
diet.
10 days. Haven't pooped in 3.
Oof. Ouch. All right, let's fire up the Resonator to check for any new letters from beyond. On Facebook, Pierrot Larousse, which I'm sure I'm saying that exactly right, asks everyone, is there no love for Frankenberry?
No.
No.
Frankenberry's the worst.
Whoa,
None
whoa.
whatsoever.
So you do like Booberry?
No. Two things are allowed to be bad.
No, just one.
No.
Yeah, only one thing is ever allowed to be bad.
You said the worst, not bad.
Yeah, Blueberry's the second worst, but
Oh, good. So it's pretty good.
no. No.
Even
Meat
if
looks
it's
Just
wrong.
in, Roy Arroyo loves Booberry.
We have 3 kinds of cereal. Being the second worst makes you okay. So
Sorry, Meatloaf's wrong. 2 out of 3 is
Yeah.
fucking terrible.
Meatloaf for breakfast is not good.
or can we say they're equally as bad?
There you go.
I'd be closer to that than I would be closer to saying that blueberry's edible.
Edit that. He said blueberries edible.
We're gonna clip that, use it out of context, like you would not fucking believe.
Gabe leaves.
Well, I did.
Screw you!
Play
Flips his
that back,
computer.
guys. Blueberry is edible. Play it again. Blueberry is
I did.
I will
That is
sue
like
you.
so far out of context.
I will
Find a
sue you
ringtone.
for whatever.
I'm ready
the-
down. I'm ready down on my
audio
notes.
version.
Blueberry is edible.
I did manage to polish off almost an entire box this last week of blueberry.
Nice.
That's disgusting. How are you
So
alive?
good, so
Is that
good.
why your face fucking looks like that?
Because you've been eating
What do
blueberry.
you mean by face fucking?
It's an audio podcast, guys. This is an
Yeah,
audio
That's true.
podcast.
That's true. All right.
And we'll get
That's for
kicked
the
off
outtakes.
YouTube.
All right. Before we begin, we need to take a quick commercial break.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that thing.
Go ahead, guys. Roll me some Sweet D 100. All right. Looking like it's going to be Brian and Zach.
Oh, again?
Did you guys do one?
Yeah,
No,
because it was
Brian.
just us last time.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
But actually, you know what? Since Zach is sick and I let
Yeah.
Brian slide that one time, let's go ahead and do Brian and Matt.
Oh, Matt, what do you got for me?
hey, Brian.
Hey, Matt.
You know, I've heard that you're going on a diet. You know,
Look, I'm busy. I gotta shut the door.
so
and
you know,
scene.
everyone on a diet is always complaining about how nothing ever tastes very good. You know, it's just bland. You know what I'm saying? You don't
Are
got a
you
whole
saying
lot.
I'm fat?
Yes, I'm saying you're fat. Pay
Oh,
attention.
finally, somebody recognizes it. Okay, what's the deal?
So I got this really awesome new spread for you. It's called throat butter.
I love your spread.
Oh, thank you. But what do you think about throat butter?
I don't know. Squirt it in there.
Hey, yep.
Oh God! Oh, great. My throat is coated.
Yeah, that's the idea. See, now that your throat is coated in throat butter, you don't have to taste anything you eat. So that way you don't have to feel guilty about eating the stuff you shouldn't.
Now that won't interfere with my lung butter, right?
No.
Because I need that for my toast.
Yeah, no, that's still good.
Oh, well, thank you. Can you squirt it in again?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, too much.
And we're back.
Oh,
You seem to have a lot of commercials about your mouth and throat being filled with things. Roots, butter. Just saying.
chunks.
Fun
Chunks
fact:
is
this
my
idea
dog.
was stolen from me.
You had the butter?
Yeah.
Butter,
All
you
right,
hardly
then.
know her.
Ew.
Well, I got to tell you, that is one product and or service I can get behind. Nothing says homegrown ingenuity as much as whatever that was. If I had $100 million trillion, I would immediately invest 0.000000001% in it, give or take.
That's like a whole dollar.
Give or take what?
Yeah. Wait.
Now, dear investigators, we continue. Chapter 9, Leapfrog. Previously on the Lovecraft tapes. The Arroyo brothers, trapped aboard a ghost ship, managed to find the doctor's office where his ruptured corpse watches over some written works which contain crucial clues about their current predicament. Through trial and error, not to mention a little push and shove, Rocky and Roy discover a portal of a different kind.
Ew.
Jack and Carl join forces with Stephen Crumpet, lesser-known thespian and questionable adventurer who turns out to be just the ally they need in Horta when a trio of assassins gives chase. As if the cruel hands of fate have maneuvered our investigators exactly where it wants them, they all arrive at the harbor just as dawn arrives. That's kind of stupid. They all arrive at the harbor just as dawn breaks the horizon, bringing with it 2 ships bearing very different cargo. Arrive. Rocky and Roy. You stand in the surgery room staring at one another. Although you can now see the borrowed bodies of your comrades, a certain unmistakable spark in the eyes tells you that your brother is inside. Turning as one, you watch the dim reflection of 2 misshapen humanoid figures in the mirror as they move away in that other surgery room. It's almost like watching your shadows detach from the bottoms of your feet and go off to live their own lives. Then the image is dispelled as the overhead lights snap on with a brilliant white luminescence. Your own reflections, albeit in Declan's and Jack's bodies, look back at you, along with a stranger behind you at the entrance to the chamber. She is slight of build, has long dark hair, wears a pale green medical smock, and is pushing a cart laden with neatly folded white towels. Her chestnut eyes widen, but there is no fear in them, only curiosity. Hola, eu posso ajudar você?
Quick,
Pull
pull
up.
out the dictionary and tell me what she's.
I was going to do that. You didn't need to explain it.
Google Translate.
Yes is always the right answer to a beautiful woman.
Oh,
See.
you speak English?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, we do.
What are you doing here?
I also speak Portuguese.
He has a dictionary for Portuguese. It doesn't mean he can speak it. That's a really great question. Do you know where here is by chance?
This is the surgery room.
In a more broad context, where are we right now?
You are on the ship.
In a broader context,
Of the world.
you're on Earth.
Thank you.
Too far.
Pull back.
What
Northern
ocean
Hemisphere.
are we in?
Atlantic? Pacific? Fuck if I know.
That's true. It is all the same ocean. I was pretty dumb to ask that.
The one that covers 99% of the world.
Ah, the Indian Ocean.
Lake Michigan.
We're now in Waterworld.
Yes.
Where's Costner?
Where's
There he goes. You just look right over there. You can
Dennis
see him.
Hopper?
Waterworld's my favorite movie.
Yeah.
Is that you or Declan talking?
That's Declan.
Can I help you?
Yes. Might you know where we are heading on this ship?
Well, maybe you should speak with the captain. I am just the nurse.
Hey, look at me.
Yes.
I'm the captain now.
Oh, I know you don't look like the captain.
I said now.
Come, we need to find this
We can't tell her what to do.
things you can say to your dog, but not your girlfriend.
She's not either yet.
Or both.
Look at that bitch.
Man,
Simmer down.
We need to find the captain. Come, Roy. We have more important things to do than to talk
I can
to-
take you to him.
If I
you
kill the
would be-
captain, do I become the captain?
No, Roy, you
What?
don't.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works. It's how
That's
it works
not
with governors.
How it works.
Captain Santos can help you.
Santa?
She smiles shyly.
Yes, if you wouldn't mind taking us to the captain, that'd be very helpful.
Yes, follow me. And she puts the cart aside and takes you out into the hallway. And you remember from the hallway previously that it was run down and disgusting and rusty. Remember that, Rocky?
Mm-hmm.
And Let me make sure I get it on the correct.
Like a rusty trombone.
You dumb
Exactly.
idiot.
Boom.
Better than Dirty Sanchez.
So you walk out of the
Nothing.
Could have
surgical
been an upper
room,
decker.
out of the surgical room, the hospital, and all of the lights are on. The emergency lights are no longer lit, and there are people bustling along the hallways. Everything looks in pristine condition, very clean. And I've pulled up the map of the survivor deck where the hospital is located. And she's leading you essentially back towards the doctor's office and the reception to take you up onto the main deck.
I watch out for the zombies over there. I don't know what they're still doing here.
Oh, yeah. There, I guess there are a few just floating around, aren't they? Bye. And she's, leading you down the hallway, sort of smiling sweetly back at you. And
All teeth.
Rocky,
Yes, Roy.
how do we know we can trust her?
Look, we have more important things to worry about right now, mainly stopping the cult of Dagon from ending the world. In case
I
you've
mean-
forgotten.
I don't know if we're gonna really be able to do that if we get tied up in some German sex dungeon. Just saying.
Try anything once.
This is
I
not the
tried it
time
once.
to tell others about your sexual fantasies.
It's not a fantasy if it comes true every Sunday, baby.
I don't care what you and Greta get up to in the bedroom, okay?
I think you do. You just
I
asked.
do. Tell me more.
That's for the Lovecraft tapes after dark.
And Roy, Declan,
It's me.
I believe you took the vial from Rocky.
Yeah.
Okay. That is in your pants pocket. You just realized that you are still in possession of that.
Okay.
It's in your pants.
I'm gonna hold on to it just in case. I need to do like a big smoke exit.
See ya.
And she takes you out into the outside the reception and doctor's office.
Well, you guys teleported.
Yep. And she sort of glances nervously at the doctor's office, the door of which is closed.
We're not on the side with the window, are we?
No, the window is reception there.
Okay.
You see that on the wall?
To the window.
On the wall. I'm going to tap Roy on the shoulder. If you don't mind stalling for just 1 second. And I'm going to slip inside reception and take a peek through the window into the doctor's office.
All right. And Roy, how are you going to stall?
I'll roll for stall.
Hello, my
I'd rather you role played for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it like 5 seconds so my dogs can stop freaking out. I don't know if you can hear that.
Peanut butter.
All right, epic. All right, so I'll put on the charm. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna sing the most romantic song ever
Oh, God.
to her. I'll grab her hand. Look, there's something I've always wanted to tell you, and I just don't know how to say it. And I'll pull her closer. Macho man. I'm gonna be your macho man.
Oh, good Lord.
I'm not even going to make you roll for that one. That was great.
She just melts in your arms.
She's like just looking up at you with those wide eyes, with a mixture of like disbelief, horror, and maybe just a little bit of love. And Rocky, you slip into
It gets lonely on a boat, I guess.
I guess.
she seems a little mesmerized. Plus, Declan has a beautiful voice. So, Rocky, you open up the door to reception, which is just unlocked. And there's someone sitting at a desk there, a woman with white hair, sort of older.
You gonna sing to me?
She says, hola?
Yes, hello. If you don't mind,
Hello?
I just need to take a peek in the window here 1 second, if you don't mind.
Pervert.
And I'm just gonna go over and try and see through the window.
Well, you can see it pretty well from where the door is. It's right next to the window, and the window is curtained. You can see that quite clearly from the inside of the doctor's office, and the curtains are shut.
Damn. It is so much for that.
My mortal enemy, curtains.
You wouldn't happen to know when the doctor would be back in, would you? By any chance?
Why don't you go ahead and give me a persuade?
It's an evil laugh.
I needed a 40 and I rolled a 76. And I'm still screwed from last week.
Did you have an appointment? I don't recognize you.
No, I just arrived on the ship and I was, maybe feeling a little nauseous. Maybe, I was hoping I had something for...
I see. It looks like Nurse Maria is there. Maybe she can help you?
Of course, yes, but thank you very much.
Yes.
And I'm just going to back out and close the door.
Great. Why don't you give me a spot hidden?
There it is.
I needed a 60. I rolled a 54. That's a success.
Nice. So as you are closing the door, you notice that she picks up a phone on the desk. And you're back out in the hallway.
Shoot it out of her hand.
You're back out in the hallway, and you see Roy, or Jack, holding Maria's hand and singing, just finishing up singing to her.
Gonna look over.
You said Roy or Jack. It's Roy or Declan.
Declan, sorry.
Look over at him, give him the 2 thumbs up, and mouth good job, and then I'm gonna go over and see if I can open the door to the doctor's office just to check.
It is locked.
Damn.
And Nurse Maria says, "What are you looking for?"
Oh, I was just wondering if the doctor was in. You see, he's a old friend of mine. I was hoping to stop by and say hello.
Ooh, that sounds like some sort of subterfuge. What would that be?
Can I intimidate her into believing?
That didn't sound like intimidate to me.
I can psychology her into believing.
It sounds like either persuade or charm, but probably persuade.
Yeah, I'm gonna go, even though I don't have much of a chance here.
Fast on?
No, I needed a 40. I rolled a 59. That's a fail.
It's funny, he never mentioned you. I think you should speak with the captain. Captain Santos couldn't tell you more. Please follow me.
Of course, yes, thank you.
And she drops Roy's hand. It's
all
a
right.
dog-eat-dog world, guys.
It's all right. Mine's clicking, clacking everywhere.
I don't know why today every outside force in the world needs to make noise around me.
Probably shouldn't have put raw meat out in the front yard.
Exactly. So, what are you guys going to do? Anything else before being led up to the captain?
I don't have anything else I need to do.
Storm the castle.
Just gonna make a mental note to attempt to get back down to the doctor's office at some point.
Okay. That will be never. But here we go. All right. So she takes you, obviously, along a series of stairs that you recognize because you've been going up and down between these decks. But you're kind of shell-shocked in a way because everything looks just so beautiful, and you pass people in the hallway, they smile sweetly at you and with a little bit of curiosity. They seem to be very happy and very busy with where their tasks are. And before you know it, you find yourself led up onto the forecastle deck which once upon a time was full of zombies, as Rocky discovered. And there is a figure standing at the very tip of the forecastle deck, the bow.
I'm king of the world. Oh.
He jumps, just like the other guy you saw.
We'll use one of these zombies here as Captain Santos.
Oh my God! Shoot it, Roy! It's a zombie.
And what you notice is that as you attain the forecastle deck, Maria turns around and leaves you there, having led you there. And all around the ship, within, let's say, a couple 100 feet, is a fog bank. So you can't see anything except on the port side, a few 100 feet away, is another ship.
I've seen this movie. They're all lepers, and they're going to kill you.
Exactly.
They're leopard people.
It's a ghost ship.
And indeed, it looks exactly
Of
like
all the
the ship.
ship-based movies to be in, I was hoping for Poseidon Adventure or maybe Speed 2, but
Yeah,
I was
way
hoping for
comparable.
Titanic.
you have something against the Poseidon Adventure, Jeremy.
I was hoping for Jason Takes Manhattan.
Ugh.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
I
another
almost
good
watched
one.
that today, actually. But
Deep Rising would be so much better.
yes,
Oh,
it would.
yeah.
Absolutely.
A Hunt for Red October. Wait, no, that's a different.
Hunt for Red October.
God damn it, Sean Connery, get back here!
Stirred.
Turd.
and Jake.
So, to the port
Yeah.
side, a couple 100 feet away, is the ghost ship that you were on not too long ago. And behind that ship are dark clouds sort of chasing it with, again, that sheet lightning. But it seems to be just isolated to the rear of that boat. Around this boat is just a thick fog bank where you can't see very far, although you can see blue sky above. And as you approach the captain, he turns and smiles at you. You see a sadness in his eyes. He's an older gentleman. It looks like he's probably in his late 60s, early 70s. White hair, short white beard, captain uniform. His skin is tan, leathery. He has laugh lines, but right now his eyes just look haunted in a way.
Perfect man.
And he turns and greets you with his hands behind his back. Oh, that was weird. Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody just
Everybody was kung fu fighting for a second.
And
it was a little bit frightening.
he
It
looks
was
at
a
you.
lot frightening.
He looks at you curiously as you approach.
Sup,
I'm
Capt?
Captain now.
Push. I'm captain.
What you got in your hands there?
You are English?
American?
Yes.
Americans, I see. Well, you've come at a most opportune time.
What's
And
so
why would you
opportune?
Well, tell me, how did you come off this boat? I don't recognize you, and we haven't seen anybody since we left Lisbon a few days back.
How did you get on this boat?
Well, this is my boat. This
Convenient.
is the Caldera Blanca.
Something white.
I was born on this boat.
You make a joke, American.
He's very, very good at jokes. Now, would you by chance happen to be heading to the port called, what was it? Horta, I believe?
Yes, how did you know?
And I'm going to pull out the doctor's journal. Is there someone on this boat As Dr. Coney.
Yes, he's been missing for a day or so.
Of course.
Why do you suspect him of something?
I have a bit of a hunch. I was hoping he would be here and that I could talk to him about some things, but apparently that's not much of an option.
Do you think he has anything to do with that? And he nods his head in the direction of the other boat. Why don't each of you get me a spot hidden?
We can't. We have to look for the other boat.
I needed a 60. I rolled a 26. That's a hard success.
So
I need a
Rocky,
70. I got an 85. It's a failure.
Rocky, as you follow his gaze to the rust bucket, you notice a couple things. First, you notice that the ship is moving at a very fast clip, and so you must be too. And that ship is moving at exactly the same speed as this one that you're on. And with your great hard roll, you also see the name of the other ship. The words have been rusted and sort of pitted and fallen off in places, but you can just make out with the help of what he said that the other ship's name is Caldera Preta.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yes. Well, this may sound a bit confusing, but I do believe that we came from the other boat.
Wait, what boat?
Nice.
Gonna grab his head and just crank it to the side so he's looking at the other ship.
He was looking
Snap my
straight
neck
up.
and die.
We lost Declan today.
Pardon my brother, he's dead tired.
Yes.
And as far as everything else going around, I do believe that you're not actually a doctor. Dr. Coney is responsible for all of this.
Yes, I suspected as much.
Ass munch.
Yes, I went by his office earlier and the door was locked. You wouldn't by chance have a set of keys that we could use to get in there, would you?
And he looks down at the deck of the ship and then looks back up at you with great sadness in his eyes. And he says, I am sorry, my friend, but there is no time for that. And suddenly you hear a siren rent the air. And
Like tornado siren or
kind
mermaid
of,
siren?
yes, sort of like,
It's not a beautiful, scantily clad woman on a rock beckoning us to jump into the sea.
unfortunately not. It
Damn.
is a piercing siren, and it's very close. All three of you swivel your heads to the port side, of course, towards the ghost ship, and you see moving past, in between the two ships, is a beacon tower, and it is moving very quickly past you. And the captain says, I believe we are here in Horta. And the fog bank lifts, and you can see both ships barreling towards the docks. And Rocky,
You might want to hit the brakes.
you see Dan standing on the dock next to another stranger looking up at you. And your first reaction is to start waving your hands in warning because they're about to get crushed.
Yes, you. There's a giant fucking ship coming this way. You might want to move.
Oh wait,
And
now I
please tell
see
me
it.
you did not attend the
Now I
Prometheus
see
school
it.
of running away from things, because that's not going to get you anywhere except killed.
Dodge roll.
Rocky and Roy, you see Dan, Jack, who I guess is beating his dogs.
Off.
All douchebags.
All douchebags go to heaven. Wait, no.
All right, we'll wait till he gets back. Considering he's in the spotlight.
Hit the brakes.
Can we just cut him from the show?
Can I roll for drive ship?
Stupid dogs.
I can play him.
I love dogs. Don't get me wrong.
Rocky and Roy, you see Dan, Jack. You fight the urge to rub your eyes like a cartoon character who can't believe what he's seeing. To the right of the jetty is a rusted, weather-worn rescue ship with barely visible markings on the side that read Caldera Preta. To the left of the jetty is the mirror image, a pristine, nearly new rescue ship with the name emblazoned on the side, Caldera Branca. Up on the forecastle deck are two familiar faces, Declan and you? At first, it seems they're waving at you, but now, this close, you can tell they're flailing their hands in the air frantically as a warning. The proximity siren of the beacon tower blares ominously. Nausea lurches up from your stomach, and a tidal wave of dizziness threatens to drown your consciousness. Are you here or are you there? You suppress an involuntary giggle, in Dan's voice, of course. Are you here or are you there? I'm going to need you to make a sanity roll.
No, I'm good.
Should you stay or should you go now? Do it. Do it.
I don't
Do
want to
it.
it.
Do it.
I'm hard.
Yay.
I needed an 81. I got a 39. That's hard.
All right, you take one sanity point from seeing your body up on the deck of the ship barreling down at you. And why don't you...
63?
Sorry?
Ooh. Sorry, it puts me at 63. I don't know why it won't let me change it.
You using the middle box?
Middle one?
Oh, no, that's why. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at 80 then.
Amateur.
Yeah, I am.
So why don't you describe what happens when you take one sanity damage?
I'm trying to figure out why they're waving their arms, but I can't hear anything over those stupid sirens. I just stand there numb and frozen.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do, but just I'm frozen in place.
Well, it's a good way to slap him and tell him to start running.
Carl.
Just like the cartoons, the dock is cleanly severed in half. Carl gets run over by the boat. Jack is just fine.
Carl. Jack or Dan or whoever he thinks he is staggers back from the docks. You can't blame him. The two ships are approaching fast. Too fast. In mere seconds, they'll both collide with the shoreline at a fair clip. If you stay here, you may be crushed. The closed storefronts at your back offer no safe haven. Running down the jetty toward the beacon at the far end might offer safety, if the outcropping can withstand the seismic impact to come. Or, with a little luck, sprinting left might get you to those stairs at the far end, which lead up to the town square. Or, if you're really quick, pivoting right might take you to the harbor master's office. Or perhaps you have a better idea, and I'm going to change the map.
Just hold on to me tight, Carl.
Now,
Celine
you evidently get extra bodies every time you die. I'm not worried about you. You'll just reappear somewhere else.
That's true.
All right, so we have a rough approximation of what's going on, and right now we are at Carl. But however, since Dan Jack did make his a sanity roll, despite taking 1 damage. You can also choose what to do.
Okay.
So have at it.
Carl!
Those don't look like
I
rescue
grab
boats.
his arm. To the stairs, man!
Worst
In Dan's
superhero
voice.
ever.
You were supposed to be stunned. I really wanted to slap you and say the same thing.
No, you still can.
I still slap
done
you.
And you simultaneously say, to the stairs, man.
I'm like, to the stairs.
Just 2 stairs, man. Oh, no.
What are you
1, 3,
doing?
1, 2,
Come on,
3.
we have no time for this. Later.
Worst superhero ever. Stairs man.
Dun, da, da, da. Oh,
I'm
shit, it's an
stairs,
escalator.
man.
I'm screwed.
Wait, did you say you have to be fast to get to the stairs, or you have to be lucky to get to the stairs?
Oh, you actually listened to what I said?
Yes, I was listening.
Nice. Nicely done.
I didn't want to go to the fast one.
I believe what I said was running down the jetty toward the beacon at the far end might offer safety if the outcropping can withstand the seismic impact to come, or with a little luck, sprinting left might get you to those stairs at the far end,
Oh, okay.
which lead up to the town square, or if you're really quick, pivoting right might take you to the harbor master's office. Or you might have a better idea.
How tall is the wall here that's surrounding the town?
If you will recall from your last adventure,
Nope.
you descended unceremoniously from the rooftops
Yeah.
onto a storefront's canopy
Yep.
and barely
remember
survived
that.
the fall.
Oh, so you pulled an Indiana Jones. Nice.
So, as I
Oh,
said,
and this is where we landed. Okay.
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
I thought we
Got it,
actually
got it,
came a little bit further after
and
that.
the
I thought so
closed
too, but
storefronts
yeah, I
at your
guess.
back offer no safe haven.
No time for love, Dr. Jones.
Okay, so I think
I
we should
agree,
do
let's
the
go
safe
steps.
route. You should.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm not fast. I'm not fast like you.
You
I
can totally
have
split up and do your
13
own
luck.
thing too. So that's up to
I
you guys.
have 13
Break.
luck. Break.
Ready, break.
Actually,
I
let's
push him
go-
towards the boats and I
Yeah,
run over.
Actually, let's go towards the end of the get away from the crash. Go straight ahead.
Yeah. Good idea. I love it.
Yeah. I think that's what we're gonna
Where's
run
the
straight.
harbor masters? Is that what this is? Yeah.
That's the beacon. Yeah.
All right.
That's the
Let's do
beacon.
it. We're gonna run
The
towards
harbor
the beacon.
masters is to the left
Yeah,
of the map,
yeah.
which would be
My
your-
bad.
to your
I
right.
misspoke. I meant the beacon.
All right. So Carl
You can
and
leave your
Bacon.
friends as we go by.
Hand in hand, we're gonna run in slow motion. Dun, dun,
Nice.
dun,
Nicely
dun,
done.
dun.
Chariots of fire in the
all
background.
right. So I'm gonna need both
Get ready to
Carl
jump.
and Jack, Dan,
Yep.
to make luck and dex rolls.
No.
You didn't say anything about Dex.
Nope. Goodbye, everybody.
I needed a 60. I got a 1 crit success.
Nice. Carry me into the unknown.
And how about your
I needed
luck
a
roll,
13 for
Carl?
luck. I rolled a
It's coming. Look at that. I needed 38. I got a 14. A hard
Holy
success.
shit. Oh, very nice.
I need a
This is
60 and rolled a
easy.
68 for Dex, so I failed both my rolls.
All right. Well, I will.
Critted and hard. He had both of his.
Yep, got it. So, what happens is
You have 8 luck to spend.
Everyone dies.
exactly everybody dies. You get a die. You get a die.
Let me roll that.
All right. So, seeing the impending crash of the ships onto the docks, Carl and Jack immediately start running down the jetty in the hopes that they can avoid the catastrophe. We'll see how that works. Rocky and Roy, I'm going to need you guys to brace for impact, and I'm going to need you each to roll a dexterity, please.
I'm all right.
By the way, are these operated by like Carnival or?
I needed a 60. I rolled a 45. That's a success.
I needed an 80. I got a 27. That's a hard success.
It's a knockoff called Carnival.
Awesome.
It's Brazilian.
So you guys both immediately recognize the danger and squat down, bracing yourself against the wall of the deck by the railing and just sort of compacting yourself as best as possible. You notice the captain just simply stands erect, looking out at the ocean.
Whoa. Nice.
6 inches.
And you hear both ships just smash into the shoreline.
Can I try and grab the captain?
Of course you want to grab the erect captain.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Sure. Why don't you go ahead and give me I guess a dex is fine.
Give me his
Oh, I needed a 60. I rolled an 83. That's a failure.
You die.
The captain sees you reach out to him, and he shakes his head sadly. And as the impact occurs, he is thrown overboard, and his body crashes onto the crumbling docks amidst the stone and everything, and his body just crumples in a twisted lump of flesh and blood.
I give that a 3.8.
Swan dive, baby. Swan
Why is he so sad?
Because he met you.
He's not anymore.
He's just trying to give you the opportunity to be captain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey, Roy.
I'm
you're the
happier, so I
captain now.
am captain.
As the ships simultaneously crash into the shoreline, Carl and Jack, you feel the jetty start to tremble beneath your feet.
Buckle.
And ahead of you, and we'll put you actually probably closer to here.
I feel happy.
It's a chase sequence. You versus the breaking jetty.
Exactly.
Shut up.
Roll for drive auto.
Excuse me. The beacon tower loses its moorings and tips over onto the Caldera Preta, the dark rusted ship.
Ooh, nice.
And Jack
Sinks it. Oh. Yes.
the ground beneath your feet completely crumbles, and you feel yourself sliding toward the water at the base of the Caldera Branca. I will allow, since Carl rolled a critical on his dex
I'm letting him fall.
and a hard on his luck, I will allow one single dex roll to
For me?
save him. Since Jack lost both of his rolls, I'll give you one single roll of dex to grab his hand before he slips into the water.
And I need a 60. I got a 4, which is
Holy
an extreme
crap.
success.
You ripped my arm out of socket.
No, you like went
Jesus
sliding
Christ, man.
one long sweep. You're right back up on your feet, like next to me, like you nothing.
So you're the one who stole all my luck from my last session.
He pulls me up so hard that I land on the ghost boat.
And we win. There.
Actually, you gave it to him, Matt.
I give that a 9.8. Just got to remember to, stick the landing.
Gross.
I'm trying to teach him.
Nice. So, Jack is miraculously saved at the last
I got you,
second.
Jack.
I land with my hands up like a gymnast.
Nice. And
Look over on the crashing boat, and I'm standing there applauding.
let's go here. Matt.
Even though you left me behind on the roofs, I got you.
That was brilliant.
And the beacon is now tilted from the jetty and leading up onto the upper decks of the
Upper decker.
upper deck.
You know what this means? Parkour time.
If you keep tilting the game, it's gonna kick us out and reset.
Yep.
It is utter chaos at the docks.
This isn't normal.
Quack, quack.
Both ships have plowed into the mainland, their hulls breached irreparably.
Ew.
From the jagged gaps lurch the undead, arms outstretched, eager for fresh meat. Police appear on the scene from seemingly nowhere, their batons swinging against the hordes. Screams and ghastly moans fill the dust-clogged air. 2 humanoid figures stride purposely into the furor, their glistening black goo bodies turning this way and that, searching for something or someone.
It's me.
Just looking for that
Hello?
that door person that was.
It's me.
All right.
I think the Black Freighter is looking for you guys.
Mm-mm, you're wrong.
Now we're all right. We're on a boat.
Good luck getting up here, punk.
All right, so let's go to Rocky and Roy. What are you guys doing?
Fire the cannons! Oh,
Hi, it's a cannon.
I was
Rocky
aiming for
and
some
Roy.
higher end, but a cannon
about
was the best
us?
I could do on
What are you
short
doing?
notice.
Go.
You go.
Ethan.
Get the hell out of here.
Gonna stand up after the crash, kind of straighten my jacket, dust myself off a bit. Well, that is unpleasant.
I have been through
You
worse.
okay, Roy? Or are you just...
Yeah, I'll live. I'm not a big baby like you are, so.
Gonna take a second to survey the aftermath. Notice that our zombie friends have escaped. Oh goodness. Well, it seems the undead from the other ship are now ripping people apart.
Well, then let's get out of here.
Yes, that might be a good idea. Do you have? Do I see any easy way down and off of the ship?
Not from this angle, don't.
Okay,
There's,
and I don't see the two
clearly
black goo things coming towards us right now.
You absolutely do. Yeah.
Is there a crow's nest?
No. There is a bridge tower, if you'll recall.
Same thing.
So there is a huge breach in the hull in both of these boats. Comprende?
Yeah.
Good. So breach. Dead things
Hull.
coming out. Breach.
Dead things coming in.
I think you should go check out the doctor's office again. Sorry.
Mental note.
Mental note.
You think if we go through the mirror, it'll just teleport us across to the other boat?
No, it'll just replace the two black figures with us.
Hey,
Oh, then
spoilers.
we're
I haven't
the bad
listened to that
guys.
yet.
I'm going to point out to the two black goo things coming towards us and say, I don't think those two gentlemen are particularly friendly.
We got to get out of here.
Yes, we need to... All right, then, let's find our way out, and I'm going to
Out. We got to go up. You think those things can climb?
You want to go further? I was saying we should get off the boat and then onto the dock, because we'd have a lot more options of places to go instead of, being confined to a ship.
All I'm saying is those things probably move faster than us.
And you think that they can't climb? Do they not have knees?
I don't see knees.
I'm pretty sure they have knees. They look somewhat like us, so they might actually have a somewhat human anatomy. So they probably have
Is
knees
this-
and...
I'm cutting you off. Is this over here water?
It's water, yep.
All right, then I'll go and I'll dive off the boat into the water.
Ooh, that's pretty high up.
I'll live, maybe.
Go ahead and give me a swim roll.
A swim roll?
Yep. You're diving basically.
I'm not doing that. No, I lied. I was
Is there a-
wrong.
Is there a
Mulligan.
fall roll?
I haven't done it yet. I was just talking out loud, thinking about it. All right. We got to figure this out. We got to get off this boat.
Yes, and the easiest way out is probably going to be down through the giant hole underneath us.
Oh, the giant hole that they just walk into? That they just walked into?
Look over the side of the boat. Well, I'll be damned. They did, didn't they?
I don't see any on the map.
Yeah, because they just walked into the giant hole.
Gross.
I mean, we could jump off the side of the boat.
I don't swim very well.
And neither do I.
It's kind of a useless skill.
It's-
Can we make it to the lifeboats, perhaps?
Yeah, let's try that, I guess.
Were there lifeboats?
Wasn't there a rescue winch on the back left-hand side of the
no,
boat?
she left.
Oh,
Which,
here's a new
not
idea.
Appropriate.
I'll
You guys-
break some wood and throw it
Whoa.
in and use it to float. Then I just
Don't
gotta
get
roll
impaled.
a break. Well, I won't land on it. Maybe. That's
Look,
my point.
all I'm saying is that we need to think this through, because if we don't do this right, things could end up very poorly for us.
You should have a meeting.
We only got about 3 options here, Rocky.
Right, you jump off the front of the ship, and I'll use you as a landing pad.
Brothers.
Fuck it. And I'll go and I'll jump into the water.
You should have pushed him first.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead and give me a swim roll there.
Oh boy. I needed a 20. I got an 81. That's a big fail.
All right. So what happens is you go flailing over the side, and it's, the boats were traveling very fast, and so they brought quite a wake behind them, and that wake is still sort of slamming into the pier.
That has nothing to do with swimming. That's not a swim roll.
Roll for surfing.
And so you smack the water at a very unnatural angle.
Belly flop.
Belly
This
flop.
should be a dive roll, if anything.
What are you doing, Rocky?
Oh, bugger.
He's gonna bugger somebody.
Ooh. No, it's not that kind of
I'm
podcast,
gonna
buddy.
look around and see if they keep any of those like emergency flotation devices around the front of the ship.
Give me a luck roll.
Oh, yeah.
I needed a 51 and I rolled a 12.
Absolutely.
It's a
You
hard
see one,
success.
It's just your
I'm
basic
gonna-
standard, ring.
I'm gonna grab it and then I'm gonna jump off the boat after Roy.
Whee! All right, go ahead and give me a swim roll with a bonus dice.
You land on his neck.
Never mind.
Oh my god!
Never
I
mind.
hate you.
I needed a 20. I rolled a 100.
Your legs shatter on impact.
All right, I'm going to need you to make. Go ahead and roll me a d6, please.
I rolled a 5.
You take 5 points of damage as your face slams into a piece of broken board.
OMG!
I'm down to 6 hit points.
All right, and I believe for damage, I think we need. Is that so 5, 6? That wasn't quite 50%, was it?
I have 11 hit points, so I
Yeah.
guess it depends on how you round that.
Damage healing. Less than half, we're good there. So
Yeah, it was less than half.
Yeah,
If
5
that's
and a
the
half
major
would
thing,
be.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Woo.
all right, so Rocky.
You get some wood splinters in your teeth?
Rocky is barely conscious. You can see this now, Roy.
Did I take any hit points?
You didn't actually.
All right,
You
cool.
just had a
I'm happy
very-
I did what I did then.
You had a very, but now you're going to be caught swimming. So,
That's fine.
Give me an idea where you guys jumped into the water.
Like here.
All right, we'll say here, just to kind of. I don't think it'd be
Here.
This is all sort of rubble.
Or
So all this is all just broken, jagged. Now this is all
Yeah, that's
like,
fine. I can.
Roy, now's your chance to get rid of him.
This is it.
It'll look like an accident.
He's just holding his head under.
All right, give me a sec here. Just want to.
You can always rewrite his will so you get everything later.
Yeah.
Right.
He has
Sign
enough-
this, and then I'll save you.
There we go. Boom.
He has nothing I want.
Extra large.
Hey, he's got a jetpack, dude, and a mini submarine.
I'll just
Yeah,
take it
sure.
before he dies.
And a flotation device since somebody rolled an 81.
Well, I'm gonna take that right now. That's what you don't realize.
All right, so that gives you an idea of the damage. that
Oh no!
has
A
occurred.
3-year-old drew on our map.
Yeah. So you're now floating in the water. Carl and Jack Dan. Dan Jack.
Jack Dan.
Jack Dan. I like Jack
Just a
Dan.
little
It's a
tidbit
new
about
menu
Jack
item.
Dan.
Roll the Jack Dan.
Yols.
What are you guys doing?
Oh, we're still alive, so that's a plus.
Barely.
It's still walkable, the area that we ran down towards.
Yep, it's crumbled
Okay.
here and there, and
But-
you're not sure how much longer it might hold up. But
Okay,
there you have it.
maneuverable. I'm gonna look to turn to Carl and say, "Thank you so much for saving me, man. I was goner.
Anytime, Dan.
Give him a kiss.
We got to get off of this. The damage was much worse than we thought.
I don't know how to stop these boats now.
I think they're stopped."
Yeah, they're stopped now.
Or let me rephrase. I don't know how to stop the horrible crap coming off the deadly cargo that we are supposed to be stopping.
Yeah, we're witnessing this, aren't we?
Yeah.
Watching them going from one boat to another.
Does this?
Well, no,
you're
not
Mr.
necessarily.
Occult.
No. Okay.
Is this signaling the end?
It's just the beginning. I don't know, but we got to stop it.
I don't have a gun,
Where are they?
and there's a lot of things.
Yeah. So I'm gonna swing around and look back towards where we came from, and see if I see anything. Really, anything. Just
And are
See if it's
any of the things coming down the pier towards us?
Currently, nothing seems to be coming down towards you guys.
Oh, good.
I say we, and I'm going to say this to Carl. I think we should go back. This doesn't look too stable. We need to get back on solid land.
I agree. We probably should look for survivors.
All right, let's go.
I just like your voice that way. All right, let's do it.
So let's head back up the dock. Oh boy!
So you're heading
So-
back towards the docks.
Yep, we're gonna head back towards the where we came from. Now that the boats have crashed and we survived, which was the whole goal.
Uh-huh.
Survival's good.
We're gonna head back up, and I tell them that we should head towards the stairs. That seems to be the quickest way out.
Why don't each of you give me a listen roll, please?
I'm sorry. Yes.
Needed 43, got 19, a hard success.
Oh my God! How did you get a hard success on listen? Oh, I need a 25. I got a 24. That's a success.
So, Jack, you hear a couple splashes. And
Bloop, bloop.
Carl, you hear a couple splashes, but also like a bone crunching sound as well.
Followed by a flush.
It sounds like it's coming to the right beyond the boat.
Carl, did you hear that?
I think we should avoid that. It sounded like a crunch and a splash. Just kidding.
It could be Blueberry cereal. Go, 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 go.
Well, regardless, we're gonna go.
Where are we moving to?
We're gonna go that way towards the steps, so we can take a look in the water on the way by. But as we go that direction, I am going to snap a few shots of whatever those things are going up the other way.
By shots, he means necks.
And by things, what do you mean?
Whatever
On the
those things
boats?
are coming off the
Okay.
the dark freighter.
The zombies?
Hey,
Yes.
he keeps adding more, and they getting closer to us.
I've never seen a zombie. I don't know what that really is. I'm not sure if I want to quite say the Z word yet.
Worst
Yeah,
cosplay
it just looks like
ever.
yeah, it
This
looks
is
like
the
people in
N-word.
costumes potentially. You're not quite sure. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, zombies.
More
don't
crazy
really
cultists.
exist. Yeah,
All right, I'm
Dressed
going to run
up as
past
zombies.
the crashed boat on the to my right, heading towards the stairs,
Yeah.
and then after hearing that sound, I'm going to quickly look to my right towards the water.
Go ahead and do a spot hidden.
There it is. I need a 77 and rolled an 84. That's a fail.
You just see.
So I look to the left
No, you,
instead of the right.
you look out to the water and you see basically just a bunch of wreckage, pieces
Okay.
of the boat floating in the water.
Coral.
Dan. Jack.
All right, we got to keep moving.
You go ahead and call out your roll there, Carl.
Oh, I needed an 80. I got a 98. Still fail.
Sorry,
One
guys.
spot hidden. And yeah, so you guys both just see, I mean, must have been just pieces of the boat falling off. You do notice a corpse lying.
Besides, I was going to ask, besides the captain that fell off the front of the boat,
Yep.
any other normal people coming off this one?
You don't see anybody, actually.
Any, like, screams of injured folks on the inside, or?
Well, your listen roll was pretty good, but yeah, so I would say, yeah, definitely you do hear the echoes of screams coming from deep within the boat.
Joke's
Maybe
on
we
you.
should-
I got 5 more characters ready to go.
Are you playing a bard? Oh. Maybe we should go on the boat to see if there's anybody that needs help.
Are you serious?
Well, I'm not getting on that boat, and they're all running into town, and we don't have a way to stop them right now.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We got to help where we can help.
And
Actually,
maybe
I was going for chaotic evil death cleric. But
Sir, you're in the water, we think. We're not sure.
Dead.
you should just be saying blub 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 right now.
All right. I'm going to survey the boat where it crashed in and see if there's any easy way into the boat.
Oh,
without
yeah, it's
having to
very
circle.
easily to get into the boat.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, there's a
All right.
gaping hole in the front.
Oh, nice. I'm going to
Yeah,
pull my
just a
trousers
Huge gaping
down.
hole.
Gaping or
yeah.
gaping hole?
Yeah.
Gaping.
Gabe.
Game-sized hole.
That was my nickname in high school.
The gaping hole.
It's like the wishing
That's
tree.
unfortunate.
We might need a
Yeah.
psychologist and a couch for that one.
I know.
I
Sorry.
No, we'll just roll for it.
won't do what I want.
Nope. Sorry, I couldn't help you. All right. I grab Carl and I'm like, all right, let's get in there, but we got to move quick. If this thing is sinking, we're in trouble.
Actually, I did a psychology roll for Gabe. I got a 22 out of 65. So
There you go.
I got a hard
You're all
success.
better.
You're cured, Gabe.
All right, cool. I have no more issues.
No more high school hangups.
Thank goodness.
Getting onto the boat looking for survivors.
Okay. So
And maybe somebody can tell us why there's 2 boats that look almost the same with weird shit on one.
Are you okay? Hey, why are there 2 boats?
Any idea why there's weird shit going on?
And Jack, as you peek into the hull of the boat and are just about ready to go inside, you hear a familiar voice behind you.
Carl, is that you?
Not that familiar.
Ooh, Barry.
Blueberry. And the voice says, "Den, where are you going, my friend?"
Shit. It's what's his dude?
Oh, it's the guy that tortured me?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Yeah, that guy's just the worst.
Actually, I kind of liked him. You know, it's what I do on the weekends.
Let me rephrase. The God is the
I acknowledge that I recognize the voice. I shudder and freeze for a millisecond, but keep pushing forward to try to get into the ship.
Is he the only one that hears that voice?
Oh no, you hear it as well.
Oh shit! I'm starting to like run onto the boat, away from the voice.
Okay.
This is the
Just
place.
get away from the guy and his dogs. And
We
his
just
fucking
can't
army of
connect with the
cultists.
other players, can we?
Could you guys save
Not with
us
a
for a
98.
change?
We're trying to avoid you
My
actively.
rolls are
Yep. Why do
sucky.
you think? I purposefully rolled that 100 so I wouldn't have to deal with you.
Okay, so Jack and Carl step onto the boat.
Yep.
It has lost power, and you guys are standing in kind of a wrecked area of the hold, and you can see that there is water seeping into several rents and cracks in the hull.
Okay.
This is gonna be sort of a dumb question. I'm guesstimating from my memory of the picture of the boat. Are we probably on the maintenance deck or the rescue deck?
It's hard to tell.
The
you
only
can
reason
tell.
I ask is just looking around for like a big wrench or something laying there that could act as a club.
Give me a luck roll.
I don't think we should go to the club now. This isn't not the good time.
He's gone clubbing.
Maybe that's why he feels
Maybe
left out. We've been letting him, out of going to the club.
See?
Shit. So I need a 38. I got a 50.
So yeah, you look around quickly and you see bits of twisted metal and shattered lights, but nothing appears to be heavy enough or useful enough to provide a weapon of sorts. And you see the ceiling has buckled slightly, particularly towards the front of the ship, and and then the corridor continues deeper into the darkness into the ship's belly.
I'm going to yell out, "Hello, is anybody there?"
No.
Go ahead and give me a listen.
All right, let's get out of here, Carl.
How far back was that voice?
Inside you the whole time.
You never turned around to see.
2585. I failed royally.
I'm doing the same thing. I needed 43. I got 43, and I got an 84. So I failed too.
He said royally?
You can. Everything seems to be drowned out by the sounds behind you of the police battling the undead or whatever they are, the cultists that are dressed up as zombies, and the waves crashing against the dock, and the siren is still warbling.
Yeah, that would make it difficult to hear. I look at Carl and I nod towards further into the ship to see what he wants to do, because obviously communication is going to be tough.
Oh, hand signals don't work.
Says, F you, you dirtball.
Hand signals don't work for a podcast. Damn.
That's true.
Oh. I point at you and I shrug. I'm like, which way?
I raise my left arm and I do the curved motion to bring him to have him follow me, and we go further into the ship.
Okay. And the darkness is becoming much more complete.
Nice.
Emergency lights?
No, there's no electricity anymore on this boat. The crash took care of that.
I put my arm out like you do with when you're coming to a quick stop at a stoplight, and
That's my move.
I hold Carl back.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we really should go into total darkness.
I don't have a flashlight, son. And I'm like, I just look at him and I shake my head no.
I shake my head.
It's not safe.
Yes, that I agree to your no.
So I said, yes, we should go forward, or no, we should go forward.
Yes, I agree.
All right, we keep going forward.
To both. Oh.
Miscommunication.
So I look up because he's obviously saying we should climb.
So no, I start stepping back towards the entrance again.
Okay,
all right,
so you guys
I go,
turn around.
What are you doing?
And Roy.
He's there?
That's me.
Sorry. As soon as you unmute it,
It had not been barking the entire time it was
happens.
muted.
It's fine.
The second I unmute it,
we'll take out
heard
their
your
vocal
name.
cords
I
later.
wish I was dead.
Well,
We're
Not Roy. I wish I was dead. I wish Roy could live on forever. All right, what? Roy, what?
You tell me. You know what your situation is. You're floating in the water.
I don't want to have.
paddling.
I mean, really, you dictate if I'm going to live or die. Whether you dictate whether I live or die based on if I need to complete swim rolls to do whatever I want.
Just tell me what your intention is. You got the semi-conscious form of Rocky floating next to you on his little circle.
Is he right next to me?
Yes.
Well, then I can grab onto the life preserver.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that, and I start going towards land, not having to swim because we're being perfectly floated by the life preserver.
Perfectly.
Yeah,
Well,
perfectly.
as we know from Titanic, only one person could be on that.
I'm not on it. I'm just holding on next to it.
They couldn't even do that. That was weird. Poor
They
Leo.
could, yeah,
Everyone
well,
knows
because
there
they
was
had
enough
much
room for
further to
both of
go
them.
than we do. You know.
So
and the water here is much warmer too.
that's
Yeah,
true.
that too.
That's true. Go ahead and give me a spot hidden, please.
Thank God. I need a 7. I got an 8. That's an extreme.
Wow.
Screw you,
Good
Matt.
job. So you're dog paddling with the life preserver in one hand and dragging it as best you can, trying to ride the swells from the disruption in the waves, but also not to have it smash you against the rubble of the shoreline. And you see someone, you can't quite tell who they are, but it appears to be an imposing figure striding towards the hull of the boat up on the dock level with 2 other people dressed in robes. And you cast a glance up to the ship, the Caldera Branca, and you see 2 familiar humanoid forms standing above, looking down at you.
Who are they? I'll wave, and I'll sort of wave them
Hi.
to come to land where we're headed here.
Well, it looks like it's you and Rocky.
Then I'll wave me and Rocky to fucking follow us.
Just making a couple changes here.
Okay, that means I messed up.
Right, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Can you stop barking, Matt?
Nope.
Really. Very annoyed.
Woof.
It happens.
Woof. Am I right, guys?
Woof.
Am I right?
Am I right?
No, you're
Uh,
wrong. Is that what you
Ladies.
wanted to hear?
I think we're all having animal issues except for Matt and Jeremy.
We're just going to toss these guys over here real quick so we can keep
Gross.
things nice and even.
You just see people go flying through the air.
So,
Help me!
Roy, up on the top deck, the forecastle deck where you guys had jumped from, you now see Rocky and Roy
And Bullwinkle.
looking down at you with lopsided grins, and their shapes are sort of shifting slightly, turning humanoid, black goo, humanoid, back to your old bodies, shifting.
Okay. I'll
And then
still
they
go to
dive into
land.
the water.
Oh, great. But they also have to do a swim roll, so.
Roll for drive auto.
And at the moment they hit the water, they turn into black goo.
Oh, shit.
I ain't into that.
So it's like a Sandman from Spider-Man 3 thing, right? Where they just can't hold themselves together and just dissolve out into the large quantity of water around them, and they're never to be seen again.
I'll take your word for it. I never saw Spider-Man 3.
Or
Imagine being made
the
of
black
sand.
ooze from Creepshow from the raft.
Yeah.
Creepshow 2.
The oil spill. Oil slick.
Oil can.
Not wishing you guys any harm or anything, but
Jack,
Uh-huh.
Jack
Yeah,
and
you-
Carl, let's switch back to you real quick.
We're in the
I see
middle
what
of the
you're
ocean!
doing.
we just want to watch the black oil goo eat the other people.
Yeah. I feel
There you
better.
go. So you turn back and head back towards the breach in the hall.
Yep.
And
Not
you
the kids in the hall.
You see a familiar shape
A zombie.
with 2 other recognizable
shapes.
shapes.
Okay.
Poor
Jack, you see
zombies.
Cygnus standing, smiling at you, and 2 of the cultists, assassins, who had chased you on the rooftops, flanking him. And he says, "Dan, where are you going? Don't you need friends?" And he throws something at you. It rolls into the hull breach and stops at your feet, it's Keijo's head.
Get up. Come on, get down with it. Oh.
Get down with the Keijo.
No, it's get down with the sickness, not the sickness.
The Sixth Sense.
Anywho.
He was dead
I'm
all
like,
along.
I pick up his head and jam my arm inside and go, hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. I look at him and I go, I'll be right back, and go into the darkness of the ship and back up. I look at Carl and I'm like, we got to go into the ship. We're not going back.
I don't have a better idea.
Well, after your beating, you probably don't want to go back either. So,
I start taking a few steps back. I'm like, I am writing the worst article about you ever. By the way, what's your last name so I can get it right?
Take out the trash, Matt.
He is number one. Oh, I grab Carl's sleeve and I pull him back into the ship, and we recede back in to try to find another exit.
Okay.
And I tell him the more I can stay away from them, the less chance they'll be able to complete the ceremony.
If we get once we get in a bit, I can say something to him that hopefully nobody else can hear. I do want to say, I thought we fucked up the ritual enough that this should not actually be. That's what I'm saying to you.
There might be eyes and ears everywhere.
Did we miss something?
No, I don't think we did. And I think that's why they need us. We have to stay away. Run! So I keep pulling him, just like tugging him deeper and deeper into the ship.
Got it. Okay.
I think, honestly, I'd rather drown than destroy the planet.
And speaking
Well,
of
you can
drowning,
jump into the water and roll a 100 like I did.
speaking of drowning,
Mm-hmm.
Roy,
Hey, Matt.
I'm not drowning. I'm fine. Trust me.
Denial's the first stage.
Denial is a river.
You're
in
the
Egypt.
first stage.
Well, thank you.
so you're paddling towards the shoreline,
Doggy paddling.
and Rocky is barely conscious. There's probably no way that you're going to get him up that crumbling embankment.
I won't try. He'll die.
Joke's on you. I have 7 more characters waiting.
You just wrote up 2 more.
But you
And
have
they're
reached
all-
a spot where you can sort of reach with your toes and feel the bottom.
Ooh.
All right, I'll do that. I'll just give it a feel.
Okay, feels nice.
Sensually caress the
With your
bottom of his
toes.
toes.
I'm glad it feels nice. That makes me feel better.
And you feel something reach out and touch your ankle
Seaweed!
Reach out and touch me.
from deeper in the water.
Ooh.
All right, I don't want to be here anymore. I'll head towards land. Keep going. I know they're there, but I
You're
don't-
there, but you have in one hand a brother who is still floating, who you can't drag up the embankment.
You saying I'm weak?
I'm just saying. I'm asking what you're doing with detail. I need
Well,
detail. please.
okay, fine. He's only almost unconscious, so I'll punch him in the face and cause no damage, just a wake-up punch, and get him awake so he can walk himself. And then I'll go up, and that way I don't have to worry about him.
Joke's on you. I got 9 characters ready to go.
Dude. All right, dude. So, all right, then if he's so keen on using other characters, I'll abandon him, let him die, and move on myself.
All right. So that sounds to me like potentially a first aid roll.
I don't think it does, because he's still conscious. He's just annoyed.
You're trying to rouse him, right? Is there another roll that you'd like to do?
I don't
Just
think
right-
brothers should be doing that to each other.
No.
Arousing him?
Oh, hold on. What's my high? It's not a spot hidden roll, so I guess it's got to be that. Though I'm not excited about it. I mean, yeah, fine. Let's try it. I need a 34. I got a 68. That's a fail.
So Rocky remains semi-conscious in a stupor.
Then, is there anywhere along the bank line that's sort of like easier to get up with him?
Give me a spot hidden.
I need a 70. I got a 25. That's a hard.
Okay. I'd say, yeah, there's probably right here, just a few feet away. It looks like it's probably crumbled to the extent where it's sort of just a embankment sliding down. You might be able to do that with a appropriate dex roll, I would say.
All right, I'll go there and I'll fail the dex roll. And I needed an 80. I got a 77. That's a successful dex roll.
All right. Rocky, I'm going to need you to make a dex roll.
I swear to God, dude.
I needed a 60. I rolled a 48. That's a successful dex
How
roll.
are you talking?
Yeah,
So-
idiot.
So Rocky, about halfway up the embankment that Roy is dragging you, still with the ring around you, you come to.
I come to what?
Also, and
Fucking road.
and you feel something tugging on your ankle, and you see Rocky, your own body, trying to pull you back into the water.
This is how you get back to your real body. Just let it happen.
Do I still have my gun on me, or did I lose that somewhere in the whole incident of the ship crashing and things falling? And
I don't remember anything. I mean, might be wet. How's a wet gun
know what I
working
mean?
for you?
actually, most modern firearms still function fairly well because everything is self-contained.
Awesome. Then I will say that go ahead and do your thing. Just hope you don't fumble.
Fire it underwater.
I needed a 74. I rolled a 52. That is a success, and I hit my black goo self for 3 points of damage.
Nice.
Gross.
Let's see what Black Goo Guy is going to do.
It's the goo guys.
The Goo Guys. I actually have them named Goo Rocky and Goo Roy.
They're the
Roy.
Goo Goo Dolls.
Sounds like an enemy from the Ghostbusters cartoon.
So he's going to fight back with his 9mm pistol.
His goo millimeter pistol.
No.
It shoots jello.
Actually, he's gonna fight back with his cane sword.
Thanks.
Let's see how that goes.
How does that work? How does goo carry materials around with them? Uh-oh, Matt.
He rolled a success, 46.
You're
He's a
down to
T1000.
1 hit point or two.
46. I'm trying to remember the whole
Gross.
damage thing. Combat. Let me check that
Oh.
quick here. Boom. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Fight back. Highest level of success wins. Draw. Okay, so it's just basically highest level of success. It's not
Which is Matt.
relative. It's actually the roll.
So Roy and... They're not related?
So Roy stabs back with the cane sword from the water and jabs you for 4 points of damage.
Oof.
Bye, Felicia.
So what we need from you is...
Wait, I thought... Because we both got successes, but I had technically a higher degree because I had...
I think it's the actual roll, not the difference between what you needed.
Okay.
Right?
So because... So...
What do you think, Carl?
You offended him
That's
so
what he
much.
thought.
He
Carl's
thinks
dead.
nothing.
We lost Carl. Okay, we got to pause, guys, while he gets back
Yeah.
online. Carl
You
gets
should never ask him what he thinks. He gets so nervous he just leaves the party.
Success, fight back.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that.
I'm checking.
Okay. Because Matt did get the better success, but
Blah, blah,
does it
blah.
matter?
Because it says highest level of success, but if we both succeed, isn't that
The
technically
way I
a
look
draw?
at it is if, like, say you rolled a 31 or whatever, and he rolled a 32, but for him the 32 is a hard success, and for you it was regular, the hard would be better, even though it's
Right. That's how I'm
higher.
looking at it as well.
Yeah, but we both had regular successes. Like,
I know,
But
but
yours
if you
has
can
the better
apply
gap.
that,
Is what
Mhm.
I'm saying.
you apply that same knowledge.
But so if we both succeed, isn't that would that be
I'm
a
reading it
considered
now.
a
If you guys
draw?
could just quiet down for a
Okay.
sec.
Or worst case scenario, you take 1 damage. Like the 3 would cancel the other 3, and there'd be 1 remaining to head towards you.
That's worst case scenario.
Yeah. In a world.
No.
Oh. In a universe.
Okay, that's better.
1 man.
You pushed it too far.
He did?
Yep. How about them airline?
Meals.
Airplane food. What's up with that?
What's up with airplane food?
What's up with airplanes? How do they exist?
How do they stay up in the air?
Magnets. How do they work?
The wings don't move.
They don't use magnets to fly.
Prove it. Yeah, I thought not. I thought you wouldn't prove it.
Liz is texting me, so I sent her a picture of us doing the podcast.
That's passive
His
aggressive.
computer
Oh.
froze.
What? Oh, it did? Okay.
Yeah, he
I'm
said, I
not
think it
giving
was
him a
degree to
computer,
degree,
too.
hard versus success, etc. Be back in a minute.
Right.
Well, I mean, you should give it to him if he's able to meet us for lunch.
That's true. It'd be worth it.
And stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find anything real definitive here.
I think we're all in agreement then.
I think they should just re-roll it.
I think we should just keep rolling till we get the outcome we want.
Yep, I like that. Let's do that. I say we give me an automatic 1 and the other guy a 100, just for safety.
Hope
Yeah,
nobody
just
listens
in
to our raw
fairness.
recordings.
Yep.
You ever notice that we live in a society?
Nope.
Well, that's because
Never
you don't
noticed
pay
it.
you
I
don't
live
pay
in a
attention.
house.
It costs too much to pay attention, man.
Money is pretty expensive. I ain't gonna front.
Liz tells me to yell stairs randomly.
Stairs.
That's what she
Stairs,
yelled
stairs,
when she was after she visited Matt and was going
Stairs.
upstairs. Stairs.
Let's keep in mind we're still streaming, guys.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I'm not giving him my address.
Gabe's address is
Is 1313.
You don't even know
Market
my
Way.
address, man. Don't-
yeah.
Dude, don't give out his address. Come on, bruh.
I give up my PO box for anyone that wants to send me money.
Gross. Nobody wants to hear about your P.O. box.
I love that thing, man.
If you want to send us gifts to the P.O. box.
Party of the full half 1/5 skill 1 foot damage.
All right, vote in the comments. Should I eat a slug or
Yep.
not?
I saw. Here's what I'm hearing here.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah. Highest level of success is, I think Gabe said it, is if it is. Let me find the chat there. Yeah, so in this case, they're both just successes. So they're the same.
Okay.
So there's a tie, and in ties, the defender wins, I believe. Let me double check that.
Sure.
So that would be
If
the
it's
black goo guy?
If it's a draw, the initiator wins.
Oh, so that would be Matt
That's
win.
what I would think, yeah.
Yep, fight
That's
back.
what I
Highest level
initially
of
thought.
success, the initiator
Okay.
wins if it's a draw. And
that would
That's
make
what I
sense.
initially thought. I
Yep.
just
So in
didn't
this
wanna
case,
be
it's a draw.
stupid.
Success is success. And if one of them had done a hard or extreme, then they would have been the winner. So
Got ya.
that's what it is. So in this case, the initiator is the Guroi or Guraki. And
What?
so in both had successes, so he gets the better.
How was he the initiator?
Actually, no. Actually, it was
Yeah, Matt's the
Matt's
initiator.
So, yep, you got it. So you do 3 damage to your body, or the
I'm really
Guraki.
confused.
Yep.
You win.
You win.
Oh, okay, that's
what
all
it
I need
boils
to know.
down to. So let me get Guroi.
Good
here.
job.
Yay.
Guraki, rather.
That's it. The scenario ends. Everyone's safe. That's all.
I
That's
lied. You lose. You're dumb.
All right. So, and you did how much?
I saved the day.
3 points?
3, yeah.
Okay, so that is going to put Guraki in danger here. Damage. Equal to major wound. Conscious. Okay, so Guraki needs to make a con roll. And boom. All right.
Damn.
So he's got a major wound, but it manages to maintain consciousness. All right. And I see Zach is sort of there, but no camera and no audio.
So not there.
So not there at all.
He's with us in spirit.
Yeah. Still gone.
Spirit Airlines.
Yes. I fly Spirit.
Hashtag sponsor us, Spirit Airlines.
Is he chatting at all on the Discord?
Not that I see.
Okay. All right. Give me another second here. Or we can continue on with Rocky and Roy. So, it is now Goo Roy's turn. Actually, we got to go in Dex order, don't we?
Yeah.
So let's do that. And I will get rid of that thing. Boom, boom, boom. And you guys have sort of different dexes now, don't you?
Yeah.
Because you're all
Yeah, mine's a lot better.
different.
Mine's a lot worse.
All right. So we're just gonna say, let's see, Guraki has a dex of 50.
What an idiot.
Guraki is 50. All right. What do you guys got?
80.
60.
Shit. And Rocky is 60. Nice. And let me double check. Good old Guroy. Also 50. So, yep, you guys get the jump.
That's right. I know how to fill them out.
Boom. And Guroy 50. Got it. Okay.
50.
So, let's go ahead and do Roy. Start us off, buddy. What do you want to do?
I'm going to keep running.
All right. Where are you running to, buddy?
I didn't think that one out.
And I was running.
Do I see these stairs up here?
Indeed, you do. Yes.
Then that direction.
All right.
Roll luck.
Well, you're just gonna leave Rocky there. Bye.
He can move.
And
Joke's on you. I got 26 more characters ready to go.
That joke was so funny the first 80 times you made it.
It was not. Don't
Rocky,
humor
what would you
him.
like to do with your turn?
Is the Goo Rocky still holding on to me?
At this stage, no. I'll say no.
Okay, so I'm gonna push to scramble up the bank and follow Roy towards those stairs.
Got it. Okay. Go ahead and give me a dex roll, please.
I needed a 60. I rolled a 92. That's a failure.
All right. We're going to say that you scramble up, but collapse on the embankment.
Get
Lovely.
new dice.
Guraki is going to come up with his cane sword and take a swipe at you.
Oh, schnitz.
Oh.
And actually, no, he's not. He's not going to do that at all.
Yay.
And we do need to hold off here until
He's going to shoot you
our
in the
video is
face.
completely fucked up.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
So we'll just take a pause here for a sec.
All right.
I was unaware.
Any?
Experiencing technical difficulties.
Yeah. Are we? Any word from him on chat?
I have not. Oh, there he is.
There he's coming.
Hold on.
There he is.
Nice.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry
Stop
about the
being
Google Wi-Fi.
sick.
That
Shut
end.
up
forgive
about
you.
Google Wi-Fi, Jeremy.
So I also lost my whole recording of Audacity up till now.
Okay,
we don't-
so let's go ahead and start it again. Did you lose
Yep.
the whole thing?
I tried to recover it, and just as I was able to recover it, it crashed again. So I don't know if it was Audacity that did it or what.
Oh,
So it
weird.
wouldn't let me recover it again
Huh.
on the second startup. So no, I lost that part.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
but it's running now.
Yep. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to rely on the YouTube audio
for that
then.
beginning part. We didn't have much, though.
For the
in
first hour and a half.
Yeah, but he and I didn't have a lot of dialogue in
It
that
doesn't matter.
first
to me.
part.
I
Yeah.
got because I have to do. I can't intersperse everything, so it's got to be one track or
got
the
ya.
other.
Got ya.
It's just way too time consuming.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is not even worry about that. But you other guys keep your Audacity running just for funsies.
Delete
And,
it? Okay.
Nope. Keep it running. And we're going to continue along here with Rocky is going to scramble up and lean over Rocky with his mouth yawning wide open.
Oh, shit.
And I'm going to need you to make a Constitution roll, please.
26 characters.
I needed a 50. I rolled an 84. That's a failure.
Spend the luck.
All
Just about to
right.
say
Good.
the same thing.
So we're going to quickly go back to Carl and Jack. Jack Dan. So you guys are moving.
I'm used to it by
deeper
now. I've
into
grown
the
emotionally cold and distant from anything I do on this show.
You're moving deeper into the darkened vessel.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me how you're going about that, just real quickly.
We're kind of just feeling our way because I don't think we have any light. I've got a Zippo, so I'm going to pull that out and light it and see what kind of, if it gives me any type of light to navigate by.
I think it would also be wise if, like, basically any stairs or ladders that go up that we should take so we stay above the water line. You know,
Yeah,
the higher up
definitely.
in the ship we get, and keep
Especially-
going towards the back.
Yeah, because it's not very deep here, so the ship will bottom out eventually if it hasn't already.
Right, but I just don't want to get caught in any
Yeah.
tough spots.
Got it.
So yeah, after, let's say you've maneuvered through the corridors, probably a good 50, 60 feet deeper into, Jack, you stumble upon the mangled remains of a staircase, but it does lead upwards.
Okay.
And it does appear to be just slightly skewed and still anchored at the top.
Okay. Carl, let's try to navigate this up. What do you think?
I agree. I think we should get high and as far back as possible.
Now is not the time to smoke, but I think we should climb.
Nice.
So I'm going to
Now might be the time to smoke.
right. I'm gonna have him go first. I'm gonna kind of motion for him to get in front, and I'm gonna support his back as he goes up.
Just because I saved you, you want to catch up. I see how it is.
Well, I'm kind of, after all of you've done for me, I'm kind of protecting you from whatever might be coming in after us, to be honest. So I'm gonna just keep a hand on your back and climb up with you, using you for balance.
It's not
and
my
push
back.
you. Well, I pull the thumb out and I put it up a little higher.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to go up the steps and work my way up slowly and carefully.
Okay. You easily attain the upper level, and here you find more tangled wreckage. It looks like there's hatches that went to individual rooms, which are thrown open or off their hinges now. Inside, you can see some mangled remains of people who potentially didn't survive the crash. You also noticed a few folks who appear to have these jagged gashes in their chests.
Oh, crap.
And you find another set of stairs leading upwards, and you can see daylight at the top of the stairs.
The jagged slashes, are they
Yeah.
obviously from a, something explainable?
It kind of looks like humanoid,
And
like
I do
fingers,
have
like fingers.
I do have science forensics. Just saying.
Oh, nice.
Do you want to stop and
Yeah.
examine?
Yeah.
Just as a quick, does it look like they like ran into a hatchway that caused it, or like you said, claws?
Go ahead and roll.
Do it.
Needed 25, got 11, which is a hard success.
Yeah, quite clearly it is somebody made these scratches deep enough into these people's bodies to kill them. It appears that they were going for the heart.
I pointed out to Jack. I'm like, Jack, there's something else on here. So, shh.
Do you think we should still go up, or should we try to find a place to hide?
Somebody's gonna go kill us if we try to leave, and something might kill us if we keep going.
Okay.
I kind of like the might over the will.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's keep going.
All right. So you mount the staircase, carefully ascending,
Sneak, sneak, sneak.
and you find
Yep.
yourself on one of the upper decks of the ship,
Gross.
It
It's
appears
just
to be-
full of poop.
the forecastle. And you can see Horta there in front of you.
Okay.
Smoke is rising. You can hear screams coming from the docks below.
I shoot my zip line up to some of the. I'm like, Carl, have you heard anybody screaming for help at all since we entered?
I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna double check with Jeremy.
Who's Jeremy? What the hell are you talking about?
He's my god. This is why you rolled
He's
poorly.
my
You don't
god.
understand what's going on here.
I didn't want to say anything, but his eyes look weird today.
It's the purge.
It's kind of like how you guys, your real bodies look right now.
Oh.
Dead.
Oh.
Actually, while we go through the ship, I do want to, it being a ship and a rescue ship at that, I want to keep an eye out for flare guns.
Ooh, smart.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There should be a case of them somewhere
A case.
scattered
Yes.
out.
Yep. Yep. Next to the natty light.
I mean, more likely than a gun. So.
The immovable natty lights.
Exactly. Okay, so you
All right.
guys are finding yourself up on the forecastle deck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm looking to see if we can recognize anybody else that we might possibly know that might need to get out of the water and onto the boat again.
Okay, so it sounds like you're looking over the railing?
Yep. And I'm going to surveil the area that we came from, so the main landing area.
Uh-huh. So you're kind of looking here, you're kind of looking here.
Yeah.
Right?
Perfect. Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay. So
I feel better.
Carl, you look
I'm
down
not dead yet.
onto the docks and you see Cygnus and the assassins, but they no longer seem interested in the boat.
Ooh.
As a matter of fact, they've moved off slightly and they're giving chase to someone at the far end of the docks who appears to be running headlong towards the staircase at the far end. And you also see another person lying with one of those black goo monster thingies on top of him. And you see this sort of glowing substance emanating from out of the person's mouth into the black goo monster's mouth.
I draw Jack's attention and we don't have to worry about Cygnus anymore, but what the hell is that?
And Jack, you come and see this, basically the same sort of thing. And you see another black goo monster swimming towards the shoreline behind this other one. And then you hear the scream of jets flying overhead. And
They bombed the entire village.
they scream past the village of Horta.
Mm-hmm.
The city, I guess. City of Horta.
Yeah.
And continue along their path very quickly the noise drowning out the siren, the warbling siren.
Okay.
And then you hear the of carpet bombing on the mountaintop.
Nice. That is awesome.
I start taking pictures of it.
Roy, as you're running towards the stairwell, you see to your right, off in the distance, ships approaching fast. They're still maybe a mile away, but they appear to be, if not Coast Guard, some sort of international water police thing. I don't know what that would be.
Proper
The
term to be
Navy.
inserted later.
The Navy. Well, it's a contingent of ships, among which there are some
The UN.
warships
Huh?
The UN's Navy.
flying many different flags.
Mm.
The UN's Navy.
Mainly the Taco Bell flag.
Tune in next time as we complete chapter 9.
No.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna forget that you're gonna die, Matt, in this couple days.
He looks thrilled or
I
frozen.
think he's frozen.
Okay.
That's frozen.
Yeah.
I just thought he was irritated.
Nice.
He doesn't have a Google Mesh network. Google Mesh work.
You mean he's not all stitched up?
I'm just
No.
going to brag that my one phone call to a fellow reporter got more done than your call to the
Right?
FBI.
That was awesome.
Let's just say the press rocks.
Yeah. And the FBI socks.
The press rocks. Okay,
You
let's
You
take
should
a
have
quick...
called somebody a Delta Green.
Ooh, yeah. Nice. Let's take a quick pause here and wait till Matt comes back on board so we
Okay.
can move along with our recommendos.
Someone needs to tell him that he's frozen. He might not know.
I feel like he definitely knows because
Good job, Discord.
for him.
You wanna
Matt,
te-
you
wanna
are
text him?
frozen.
Okay, yeah, he's got him. Cool. All right,
He
how
knows
about everybody else roll D100, please?
because I don't wanna
I rolled a
think
28.
of that.
I think you do.
Zach rolled an 83. Jeremy rolled a 54.
All right.
Gabe rolled a 92.
Gabe, why don't you start us off with your recommendo?
Because I haven't thought about what it's gonna be. Okay, got it. So I'm gonna recommend a card-ish, board-ish type game. It's more of a card game than anything, but you know, there's a little board, and I don't know what to call it, so nerds don't yell at me on Twitter. So
Okay, hold
Matt's
up a
dead.
sec. Yep, Matt's dead, so we gotta wait till he gets back on
Yep.
for our video to correct. Just great.
A lot of technicals. I know this is we're recording live, but what about trying Duo as a test?
what about it?
It's made for video conferencing.
Mm-hmm.
What about trying Dio?
Yeah.
Well, that will work definitely.
I'll do Dio anytime. What?
Backstage.
Backstage. Of course he's dead, but
Oh,
that'd be bad.
oh.
All right, so there he's back, but he's not there.
A ghost
so.
got on.
But that's good enough. So go ahead, continue, Matt. Gabe.
All right, so it's a card game, but with a little bitty board. So I'm gonna call it a card game because the board is really only used for measurements. It's called
Whoa.
Red Dragon Inn. It's a game. It's a game about after the adventure of your quest, where you all go back to the tavern and drink and tip the waitress and just have a good time and gamble. And basically, there's 3 mechanics. There's drinking, there's tipping the waitress, and there's gambling. At every turn, you take a drink, and that drink affects your health in some way. And if you drink too much, you die. But also, if you run out of coins, you have to leave the table. So there's gambling mini games that you can do to try and join it, get coins or lose coins, and sometimes you have to tip the waitress if there's cards that make you do that because she's a hard-working lady, and you gotta give her some loving with your coin.
Hello, baby.
It's a great party game. It's the initial game is 4, but there's a lot of expansions that I think we did the math. I think as of right now, you could do 117 people if you wanted to. I've never done it with more than 4, but that'd be interesting.
Dude, that's impressive. 4 people at once?
I know. It's really cool. But it's just a lot of fun, laughing. And, I've never done it, but if you turned it into a real drinking game, that would also be very interesting, I assume. So that's Red Dragon Inn.
Nice.
All right. Nicely done. And next up is who?
I don't know. Matt hasn't rolled yet.
No,
he's 100.
He's gonna go last. Who goes
Okay.
after Gabe?
I think it's myself.
Go ahead, Zach.
So I don't think you guys have covered it. I'd like to recommend Fortune and Glory, a board game. It's set in the pulp 30s era, 40s era, prior to really World War II. But it's a world expanding. You're basically all heroes from the pulp culture, going around the world trying to find artifacts so you can get the idols like Indiana Jones, get it back to your home's cities to turn it in for fortune. And it's the coolest mechanic of it though is every time you're trying to actually find an idol, you actually basically flip a deck and it gives you a situation. You're in a plane and there's no more gas. You're in a car chase. It gives you a stat to roll against. The cool mechanic is it's called cliffhanger. If you fail that roll, you flip the card over and it actually gives you the cliffhanger. So if it was the plane was out of gas, now the cliffhanger might be and there's no parachutes. But you have to wait till your next turn to actually resolve the cliffhanger. So you're stuck in a cliffhanger like the old serials, and then you move on to the next person. The other cool thing is it can either be played against each other, or you can play it co-op for all the players against the board by putting a organization on, and you can go very easy. Like basically, mafia organization is trying to get more fortune than the heroes. But the main bad guys from the main board game is the Nazis. So you get to basically play Indiana Jones going against the Nazis, trying to stop them from gaining the idols and such, and kicking down their organizations and find their headquarters and taking them out just so you can get the stuff. But they actually have an expansion called the Crimson Hand. Very Cthulhu-esque. Everybody has tentacles. They're cultists. They're trying to basically create some sort of ritual by getting all these objects together, and then they're the shadowy organization, but they did a really good job of trying to do a little bit of Cthulhu mythos in this pulp world without actually trying to make it a horror game. So it's all adventure, really good mechanics, and it's world spanning. It seems hard to learn, but once you got the rules down, it's pretty easy. It's just a lot of caveats to rules. So combat's this way, and I had to basically write my own little flow chart so that we could go through combat very easily. But very, very cool game, and all the artwork is real people in costumes, so like none of it's drawn. Cool. So they took a lot of good time. It's Flying Frog Productions, I think, is the company. Same ones that did like Last Night on Earth and a few other co-op games. So very, very cool game.
Nice.
But set aside like 2 to 3 hours playing it if you're playing co-op.
Okay. And what was the name of that again?
Fortune and Glory.
All right.
Oh, wait, I just want to throw out one more thing. It's very funny, too. You can pick up sidekicks, and I have run into a danger like quicksand, and I failed it. The cliffhanger was me sinking the quicksand, and the way to get out was either make another roll or sacrifice one of your sidekicks to automatically get out. So I can only imagine. I had a kid at the time. It's like just step on his face, push him further down the quicksand, and you get out of the quicksand. It's a fun family game.
A little dark.
It can be, depending on how you read into it.
I like it. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, it does.
All right, I believe I am next. So I am going to recommend the 2017 horror movie, if you can call it that, Tigers Are Not Afraid. Directed by Issa Lopez, starring Paulo Laura, Juan Ramon Lopez, Yanis Guerrero, Rodrigo Cortez, Tenoch Huerta, Hansel Casillas. And without being too spoilery, this is a movie about a young girl named Estrella in modern-day Mexico who is given 3 wishes in the form of broken chalk by her teacher during a school shooting. She envisions a fairy tale world of young princes, wild animals, and mystical places as an escape from the real world of drug lords and murderous gangs who have taken over her village. They killed the men, they kidnapped the women, and do much worse than that. She joins forces with a group of very young boys who have all lost their parents. The plot weaves a spell of magical realism with clever use of animation and gorgeous cinematography, contrasted with bloody violence and an undercurrent of the supernatural, which is kind of the saving grace, I think. Otherwise, it would just be a drama. But there is some spooky things going on here. In the end, this movie is about the loss of innocence and the death of innocence, who often go unnoticed, barely existing at the fringes of the world. I won't lie, it is a tearjerker. I highly recommend it. It's very heartfelt, very emotional, and it just rings true. I saw it on Shudder, where it is currently, I believe, available exclusively, and that is Tigers Are Not Afraid.
Would you say it's a lot like Pan's Labyrinth?
It has very similar, like Pan's Labyrinth is
I mean, it's definitely a different era
in mythology, whereas this is much more rooted in real life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw the previews for that, and it looked really awesome in the theater. I just, but it kind of clicked with the Pan's Labyrinth sort of loss of innocence, maybe an escape from reality a little bit.
Well, Guillermo del Toro, I believe, either produced it or has been a huge proponent of it.
Yeah, I saw some really good reviews by him for it,
and I really loved it. It's some of the subtitles aren't spot on, but they're not too bad. All told, it is a Spanish-speaking, Spanish language film, but it's beautiful. It's beautifully shot. It's really a good movie. It's one of the best I've seen in a long time. So, all right, I believe Brian, you're up next.
Yeah, what's wrong with your eyes and your mouth? Just to lighten the mood a little. Jeez. I'm going to recommend Cutthroat Kitchen. I was waiting for the reaction from Matt. It's a cooking show, which I normally honestly don't watch any of the cooking shows, but my daughter turned me on to this. It's Alton Brown, and it's got a little sadistic twist to the cooking shows. Every contestant, and there's 4 of them to starts with $25,000 that Alton gives them in cash, actual cash, at their stations. They have 3 rounds to cook the meals. Each round, a judge comes out and judges their food. But in between that, when that happens, he has auctions for insane things that can happen to the chefs. Stop it. So what he'll do is he'll have auctions, and people can spend their money, the $25,000 that they have, and put that towards sabotaging the other chefs, whether it be cooking the smallest cast iron pan that they've ever seen in their lives, which is basically the size of an egg. And they have to do all of their preparation and cooking in that for that particular challenge. Then at the end of it, whatever money, your fingers were huge. Whatever money they have left at the end of the competition, if they win, they get to take home with them. Usually it's about $10,000 to $15,000 because they've spent so much trying to challenge everybody. But definitely check it out. It's called Cutthroat Kitchen. It's on Hulu right now, and I'm all the way up to season 15. So
cool. Sounds like a lot of fun. I love Alton Brown.
Bye.
And
A lot
Matthew.
of lag there at the first second. Probably because you're putting so much crap on your face, Jeremy.
Matthew, can you close this out, buddy?
The whole network is
Borderlands
lagging.
3,
Well,
the
not
latest
familiar.
entry in the Borderlands series, has recently come out, and it's been pretty much the only thing I've been playing. It's a really great step up from 2, in that it's a lot of like quality of life improvements. They added a few really cool things, like in Borderlands 2, it was everybody got to see the same loot, and you kind of had to, compete or fight against people for it. In this one, they give you the option to where everybody sees their own individual loot pool, so there's no more worrying about, your friend stealing that gun that you really want. They refined the movement system. Brian will attest to this. The movement in this game is awesome. They let you run at a really good clip. You can slide, which is a lot of fun because you get like a movement speed boost from sliding. You can like slide down hills and stairs and you go farther and faster. They did a good job diversifying the guns this time around. Every single manufacturer, but I think they're like, I want to say 9, but there might be more. Each have like their own
can say
cool little gimmick in what they produce. So you have some companies that have multiple firing modes on their guns. There are some that allow you to swap between 2 different elemental types on the fly. There's one that has sticky rockets that you literally shoot and they stick to people. When you reload, they all explode at once. And it's more Borderlands, but it's better, which is exactly what I wanted from another entry in the series. It is a lot of fun, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And I look forward to continuing through the story and leveling my character to become even more insanely powerful.
So playing it today, my first complaint was, where did all the comedy go from Borderlands 2? As we entered a section where a guy that was just a floating brain was stepping down and wanted to fight you, and your competition was so you can have sex with the Overlord. So I pulled that statement back as we played. Like, yeah, the
Where's all the
comedy's still there.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for those recommendos. And that's going to be it for this episode of the Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Music, Podbean, Spotify, Stitcher, or anywhere you download your writer podcasts. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review and tell Matt how gorgeous he is. Meanwhile, you can find us at thelovecrafttapes.com with links to all our hashtag recommendos and social media channels, including Facebook, Reddit, YouTube, and our Discord server, where you can chat with us in real time. You can find me on Twitter at Lovecraft Tapes.
And if anybody wants to hit me up with ideas for new characters, because I can never have enough of those,
29.
you can hit me up on Twitter at The Real Weird Kid. And if I seem emotionally cold and distant, let me just say it's not my fault.
And if anybody wants to console me through losing a brother that I didn't like, you can find me at Lovecraft Game.
Here's an edible arrangement.
Edible.
Well, for somebody that's going to sell their own kid, the brother's nothing.
Right? You can find me on Brian Podcasts if you'd like to, but Discord is better.
I'm only on Discord. I'm not as savvy as the rest of these guys, but I'm there if anybody wants to say hi.
Do you have any ideas for my next character?
I have
him.
a few because I actually can roll well. So
Have you ever played a puppy?
Ooh, yeah, sidekick.
No one attacks
man's
a puppy.
best friend.
I like your thinking.
I like your jaw. Oh,
Oh, thank you.
Well,
If
until
you played a
next
cat,
time.
you'd have higher power.
Exactly. That's true. You got all kinds of lives. Until next time, roll for goo.
ice cream cone.
That's a visual thing. This is an audio podcast.
I know, it's cute. I love the splats
All right,
on your
guys, go
face.
ahead and stop your audacity. I'm stopping.